Driving requires the utmost attention since even a single second has these multi-ton metal cocoons barreling straight into a wall. And that's not an exaggeration because 70 miles an hour has your car go over 100 feet in a single second.
Oh my god, can't you talk in a metric system? I don't know what this is. Oh. And then what? Whoa. That's in a second.
Do you know how far 100 feet is? Blue whale for scale.
Oh, thank you. Dang it, I didn't have to search for this. He was gonna explain it. Hi YouTube, welcome back in How. My name is Cypress, and if you didn't know yet, I stream live on Twitch. So if you'd like to see me play games or hang out with me in my community, or even like to type in chat, I didn't know that you stream live on Twitch, go to twitch.tv/vtuber and I hope to see you there next time. I also upload gameplays on my gaming channel here on YouTube, Cypress Play. Today, we'll be watching a video by Bladed Angel. This is the bad driver epidemic. You know, I recently started to take driving lessons, so I guess this would be a good video for me to watch, right?
So last year we talked about how car owners are getting dumber.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Drew Gooden talked about how cars are getting dumber, but now it's time we also talk about how car drivers are also getting dumber.
I really feel like he's talking to me since I just recently started to take driving lessons and I saw this video pop up on my homepage. Like, is YouTube trying to tell me something?
From 2019 to 2021, despite people being inside more from the pandemic and significantly less cars were on the road, driving deaths increased by...
How? Fatalities, motor vehicle deaths rose from 17% from 2019 to 2021, the largest two-year increase with a pandemic.
17%, making it the largest two-year increase since the 1940s. Studies have shown drivers are more distracted than ever due to cars having literal screens inside of them instead of, you know, buttons and dials that just change AC. But more importantly, everyone now has access to smartphones.
During one of my driving lessons, we were like in a traffic jam and there was this woman in a Volkswagen Polo and she was like jamming on the music that she was listening to. It was crazy. She was like jamming to the music. She was like, you could see her sing in the car, and then she was like doing her makeup while she was also going forward. Like she was doing like mascara or her eyeliner, looking in the mirror while she was singing, while she was going forward. It was very interesting. Those are America's driving distraction number one. Percentages who have done each of the following once/frequently while driving. Oh, here. She was part of the personal grooming one. Oh my god. That's a lot. Wait. Why is there reading? Example given. Book. Magazine. Newspaper. 19% has done it at least once. What do you mean you're reading a book while you're driving? 10% is doing it frequently? What do you mean you're reading a book while driving? Watch videos on a smartphone, tablet, or other devices. Unbelievable.
Also, apologies to anyone who bet against me making another car video on Kalshi. Told y'all you should have quit gambling, but here we are. Yeah, my generation is cooked. Despite less Gen Z drivers being on the road because they're getting licenses way later than every generation before.
I think this is not in general, but I mean, it could be in general, but specifically, I guess this one is only about the USA.
For them, they're somehow more likely to crash than any other generation.
But why? Higher incident metrics data from 2023 show Gen Zers ages 18 to 26 had approximately 49.07 incidents per 1,000 drivers, nearly double the rate of millennials. They also held the highest rates for both accidents and citations. Risk perception and aggression. Younger drivers report feeling more frustrated and are more likely to exhibit aggressive behaviors on the road. Is it because of brain rot? People don't have patience anymore.
49 incidents per 1,000 drivers, nearly double the rate of millennials. You know, it's sad when people in my generation flex about raw dogging driving.
Yeah.
Like, I already thought raw dogging plane flights wasn't that big of a deal that people make it up to be, but
it has to be because of the brain rot then. Come with me to raw dog this 10-hour flight to Greece. No Wi-Fi, no movies, no books, no headphones, just me and my thoughts.
But driving without a radio or texting or other distractions, that should not be a flex. That should be the bare minimum. Really, we're flexing the bare minimum now. This statistic still blows me away, but to be fair, I will mention, not all of Gen Z is driving age yet.
The youngest Gen Zs are 14.
Gen Z also is driving way later than other generations.
I feel called out.
Usually with the average age of getting a license at 20 years old instead of 16 or 18, meaning that there's still some hope. Maybe the rest of young Gen Z will lock in and level out the statistic a bit. Please.
I will lock in. Honestly, I'm probably not the best to say this since I literally just started, but I cannot imagine doing all of these things that he just showed while also driving. I don't have the brain capacity to do more than that. I mean, at the moment, obviously, I'm still learning, so everything is like a bit overwhelming and I need to remember everything. Like nothing is like really muscle memory yet. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Please tell me you guys could do that. Now, of course, texting and distracted driving, in my opinion, are only part of the main problem. The biggest issue is speeding, crashing, and streaming. Yeah.
All these streamers going live while driving and then causing an accident and then they keep filming.
Yeah, streaming while driving has to be one of the goofiest trends made by one of the lamest groups of people. I'm so sorry. If you think motorcyclists are cornballs of the TikToks they post, you have not seen the absolute cornball behavior.
I thought the motorcycle one was kind of cute.
That is driving streamers. It's up there with...
Wait, there are like people that are specifically driver streamers, so that's like the thing that they stream?
Scalpers, honestly. Check out that video after this one if you haven't already, but legit, social media has ruined driving way more than anything else has. Social media has ruined so many hobbies. Why do we have to film everything nowadays, much less broadcast it to a live audience? Like, this isn't even cool driving either.
No, it's not.
Just NPC behavior. Like,
you know, I can maybe understand it if someone has like a streaming the driving itself without looking at the camera themselves, without interacting with their chat. It's like purely about filming the driving and the other people can just watch and you're just, you know, paying attention to the things that you should be paying attention to. I think that's fine, but that's definitely not what's happening here, unfortunately.
Stuff you would see a Grand Theft Auto NPC. In fact, I take that back. That's offensive to Grand Theft Auto NPCs. I think watching GTA NPCs driving is more entertaining than like 99% of driving streamers. And the only time driving streamers are entertaining is when they're crashing due to some of their own stupid behavior and we all just want to laugh at them and they deserve it. These clowns are really out here thinking they'll do numbers by streaming their commute.
They're
and the worst part is they don't even do their commute competently.
They are so dumb.
Because they're just reading chat half the time, completely distracted. This garbage is not worth the bandwidth it's being recorded on. Driving requires the utmost attention since even a single second has these multi-ton metal cocoons barreling straight into a wall. And that's not an exaggeration because 70 miles an hour has your car go over 100 feet in a single second.
Oh my god, can't you talk in a metric system? I don't know what this is. Oh. And then what? Whoa. That's in a second.
Do you know how far 100 feet is? Blue whale for scale.
Oh, thank you. Dang it, I didn't have to search for this. He was gonna explain it.
Also added cheeseburgers for scale for the Americans. That's what happens in a single second. So reading chat and for like even just a couple seconds and looking away from the road can take away someone else's life. And I'm gonna say this, like no matter how much flack us car guys used to get for street racing in the prime underground era from 2000.
Legal disclaimer, I do not condone street racing. I also do not condone street racing.
Thousands to 2019, at least us car guys only risked our lives when we speed down empty roads in the middle of the night.
You know what? I can respect that. Don't do it though. Don't do it.
And we all like have an honor system where we're like, we know the risks we're doing. If my car loses control and maybe even slides into yours, you signed up for it, I signed up for it. You know, nothing is sadder than
TikTok who allegedly hit and killed man while live streaming is arrested. I don't understand how someone, I want to say someone in their right mind, but they're apparently not in their right mind because how can you come up with this idea like, hey, let's go on the road. Let me go and drive and look at my phone and not look at the road.
Watching these driving streamers who are willing to swim, cut, or even like I say, just run reds. Like sometimes it's not even like they're doing badass driving. It's the most lame NPC behavior.
There's no...
Like, can they just do something and only puts their life in danger if they're like, if they don't give a anyway? Can't they just do something that's only a risk to themselves?
Typing in his chat, he is broadcasting this garbage to actually nobody, just crickets, and yet he is still too focused on streaming to pay attention to the road. Basically T-bones a car that's coming through. He runs a red light, blatantly filming his crime.
They'll run a red and ruin someone else's life. But we know better than to be stupid and run red lights. You know, that's just straight up. We do not persecute these losers enough. These driving streamers have the same level of IQ as like modern prank channels.
Modern what channels? Strangers with empty needles. A French influencer has been sentenced to prison for disturbing prank where he stabbed strangers with empty... What's the joke about that? Where is the prank?
They literally get a kick out of making other people's lives.
That's not a prank.
Or because this French influencer just got sent to jail for a prank where he faked syringe attacks on strangers, filming and posting video clips where he could be seen sneaking up on people on the street and then pretending to inject them with an empty syringe.
It's literally...
Why does he think just because it is empty that it doesn't do any harm? The needle can be contaminated with stuff and then you just stab someone with that.
Same tier as scalpers, maybe even worse, because scalpers just ruin people's lives economically, not literally. This is just complete clout goblin behavior. And the goofiest ones are like...
I also don't understand, like, did they not plan ahead? Did they think doing this stuff would not cause them any problems in the future? They haven't thought about any of that at all?
The non-car MFs with 0 track days, never driven a supercar, much less even a sports car, but they think they can run from the police. Like, ain't no way this is confidence, right? This behavior has to be stupidity or deep, deep delusion. I don't know how deep they're into it, because if I'm a medicated and clinically diagnosed schizophrenic and I'm still smart enough to not try to run from the police in my 800 horsepower supercharged Z06
so dumb,
or modded Porsche Night Rod, I don't know what crack pipe these guys are on. They're tweaking on Fent. We have these clowns out here actually pushing the buttons and playing with GSP in some bones stock Civic, knowing damn well those Chargers are pushing north of 800 horsepower. Who are they thinking they're gonna outrun? The ice cream truck man can run them down mid, bro. This is GSP though. They'll pit maneuver someone for even thinking about running.
Driver was okay, chill YouTube. Driver was okay.
In their head.
The driver was okay.
This is free entertainment. I don't even have to worry about my tax dollars being wasted on GSP cars because they just impound the ones that they capture from these fools who try running from them. Then they convert those impounded cars into...
Imagine your car being taken by the police and getting pulled over with the same car. Getting pink slipped by Georgia state troopers is crazy.
Into new pursuit vehicles. We actually got skill-based matchmaking IRL before GTA 6. And what further pisses me off is the lack of accountability these drivers have.
You was running 101 miles an hour on the expressway. You would not pull over. You would not pull over. Didn't see you. You looked at me. Sit down, please. Oh my God.
You're done crazy now. Why was you driving at 108, man? Huh? Why didn't you stop?
Why did these MFs think full passengers in regular cars would outrun a GSP Charger?
They'll actually get upset when the police wreck them. Like, I'm not a bootlicker, but it's like, brother, you run, you play stupid.
I don't understand it either. I hate these people that are obviously doing something wrong. They get caught and then they get confused why the police is acting like that towards them. They're confused why they're being arrested. They're confused about everything. Like, come on, how stupid are you?
Games win stupid prizes. And even if it's not anything to do with the police, right? Like modern car guys, like we've lost the plot because they'll just crash their BMW into someone else's Miata by the fault of their own because they're crossing over the yellow line.
Oh
and
my
you should not be doing that through a blind mountain turn. And then they'll still make a sad boy post about like, oh, the end of an era, guys. It's so over, bro. And it's like, brother, you weren't able to handle your own car. You also broke the most basic road law, which is stay on the side of the road you're supposed to be on. Like anyone who crosses the forbidden mustard in a blind mountain turn,
man, if you do that, you don't deserve that car.
they should just have their license revoked. That's peak Darwinism award right there. Like the entitlement that some of these awful drivers have for getting called out on their dangerous driving behavior is crazy. It's just called having consequences to their actions. And if gentle parenting didn't teach them that, then society about to teach them it tenfold. It does bring a smile to my face to watch Instagram put some of these clowns in their place.
Someone sent this boy a coloring book. He needs to practice staying in the lines. Don't even take the insurance out on it, bro. You're destined for the Prius. Just do all a favor and never touch a car again. Learn how to drive before you buy a driver's car.
What sucks though is every time the news media covers stuff like this, as if car guys don't already have a bad enough reputation, these non-car MFs are moving into our spaces and dragging our name through the dirt. Even further, we're getting muddied, bro. Some of these clown ass news articles even refer to this behavior as street racing incidents, and it's mad tragic since the term street racing doesn't even mean anything anymore. Like, I miss when it was underground, bro. The whole point of driving fast is not to get publicity from it. It's not to get...
This is real street racing, middle of the night on empty roads. Legal disclaimer, I do not condone this.
Wow, it's not to get attention. Regardless, I already have a whole video dedicated to that topic and how we should gatekeep the car community more to try to protect the sanctity of terms that we've invented. Check it out after this one, but if you enjoy automotive content and random rants, then make sure to subscribe to this channel.
Go subscribe.
Love to have you here. Anyways, crazy social media crash outs aside though, it's not just the younger drivers who are driving worse, since we really need to retest some of the older folks, which brings us to the...
Don't they do that? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not old, but I thought I heard something like that.
Next issue.
We learned the victims.
Or at least here in the Netherlands. I don't know how that works in other countries. I also don't know how it works in the Netherlands, but I think I've heard that.
Diego and Matilda were celebrating their wedding anniversary and were headed to the San Francisco Zoo with their 2 young children. Before they were waiting at the bus stop when 80-year-old Mary Fong Lau crashed into them. Matilda's mom, brother, and Diego's sister spoke to the judge about the pain and trauma they have endured and described...
I think I've heard about this when it happened, yeah.
Lau's request to reduce the felony charges to misdemeanors as insulting.
It is insulting.
Older drivers need to be retested. Start doing it every 5 to 10 years.
I agree. Like, today they're fine, and then suddenly tomorrow they are very different people and don't know how to drive anymore.
Trying to be rude. It's for the rest of society's sake, and it's only fair if I'm gonna chew out the younger generation, we look upwards too, because I'll be this harsh to myself. Like, assuming I'll live to 80, I hope to...
Bro, I want people to test me. I want to be retested every year after I hit 60. I don't want to be responsible for things like that. I don't want to be the reason why people lose a family member because I got old and didn't know how to drive anymore. I want someone to tell me, hey, Sai, it's time. You cannot drive anymore. And I will be like, okay, fine, I guess. It was a good run.
God, I can still drive. But if I find myself struggling to keep up, I will gladly take tests. I won't complain about it. I won't.
Like, why would you complain about it? Would you rather be the reason why people lose family members? Or like ruin other people's lives?
I want to prove that I'm worthy of driving still and that I'm not just going to be a menace to society, but just hope that society puts up with me. I know retesting isn't foolproof, but it's definitely better than the alternative.
It's better than doing nothing. At least you got to keep some people off the roads.
Of just assuming people are set for life after passing once, but then they end up annihilating an entire family's bloodline.
It's a story out of San Francisco about an 80-year-old woman who was driving 70 in a residential area. She was zooming, reaching ridiculous speeds, crashes into a bus stop. Entire family of 4 who were on their way to the zoo.
No! Everyone was happy. It was supposed to be a happy day, and then this happens.
And she's not going to prison for this.
What?
Her defense? I don't know what happened. Car just took off. And I guess that was enough.
Unbelievable. If she couldn't even see what happened, she shouldn't be on the road driving. Exactly.
I genuinely get so pressed thinking about this clip from Charlie because like when he brought up this situation of this woman, when someone is at the end of their life, and like again, nothing wrong with being old, it's just me proving a point that like younger people have their whole life ahead of them. You hear that phrase all the time because it's true. They had so much potential they could have given to this world and they got it stolen away from them. We don't know if they could have been a future doctor or engineer who could have cured cancer or made a rocket to Mars or something. Meanwhile, the other person who's a living fossil gets to live with 0 consequences. That's not a fair trade. That math is not checking out. This goes for our government too, by the way. Like, I'm tired of the old and the rich taking away the futures of the young and the healthy. Whatever happened to the saying, society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they will never sit in? Meaning that it's the duty of our elders to look out for the young, even if it's a benefit they'll never actually see come to fruition, because that's just part of maturity. Instead, they're just out here like selfishly like, nah, just smash them into pieces, baby, and then deny any consequences. And that goes for not just this driving behavior, but even like the economy, right? Like, that's a can of worms for another video. We'll just stay on topic with bad drivers.
A sports car is speeding down the highway with cops in hot pursuit. The Bentley is going over 100 miles an hour.
This is multimillionaire Vince McMahon. Is that how you pronounce it? McMahon?
No signs of slowing down. Then, the speeding car slams into another vehicle before smashing into a guardrail. Cops in Westport, Connecticut have some serious questions for the driver.
Dude's out here acting like it's Need for Speed.
I'm using so many Charlie clips this video since Reddit keeps saying we sound the same. If you hear us back to back, no way you all think we're the same. That's more of a self-report about lack of auditory finesse. I also don't think you guys sound alike at all. I don't hear the similarities.
Dude's out here acting like it's Need for Speed Most Wanted, except he's 80 years old, he's literally an octogenarian, and he is just unable to even control his vehicle at these speeds.
An ambulance? No, I don't. All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles?
I want to know if it's true that you need to retest in the Netherlands. I thought you have to. In the Netherlands, you generally do not need to retake a driving theory or practical test when simply renewing an old driving license. Instead, you must pass a mandatory medical examination, which is required by law when your license expires on or after your 75th birthday. Wait, what kind of medical examination is it? But depending on your health, the CBR will either grant approval directly, request further inspection by a doctor, or in very specific cases require you to undergo a short driving ability test to prove you still possess the cognitive and physical capability to drive safely. So I did hear that correctly. It's some kind of test. An examination.
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I gotta get this the next day.
Right. Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights.
But sir, America doesn't have that at all?
But it didn't look normal.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you and you keep taking off.
Truth be told, retesting should also apply even to middle-aged drivers, but in a different way. I mean that like driving innovations, much like the rest of technology, has changed a lot in the past 2 decades. We have a lot more roundabouts, diverging diamonds, and hawk signals for pedestrians. And I'm tired of hearing the excuse, oh, but no one in our city knows how to use roundabouts. That's why we don't want to implement
How do you not know how to use a roundabout if you have a driving license?
them. That's why we don't want to learn how to use them or implement more of them. And it's like, just teach people already. The government has...
Wait, I'm confused. Do you not get that? Do you not learn how to do that when you're having your driving lessons?
a mandated program that gives us our licenses to begin with, right? Use that same program to just reteach people when like every decade or so. And it can be a short retest. This one doesn't need to be a full one because I understand government resources. We don't want to stress the DMV out with their super slow wait times already. Pull them in and only teach these people the new concepts. Like I think people who've never seen a roundabout, diverging diamond, they shouldn't.
Wait, I'm so confused. Are roundabouts not common? Wait, wait. I guess I'm having a Dutch moment for a second. I'm sorry. I've only been in Europe, man. I'm sorry. It's not common in America. And I'm only saying America because I think in this video he's mostly talking about America.
And keep pulling the excuse of, well, I don't trust people to know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. Therefore, my city shouldn't implement it. It's like, I want your city to implement it because it's just de facto better for driving flows. And I remember every Midwesterner in my childhood complained about roundabouts when they first were implemented for 2 years in Indiana. Like everyone's like, oh, remove these. They suck. They don't make sense. You know, that was so long ago. That's like more than a decade ago at this point. But now you couldn't pry those same roundabouts from most Hoosiers' cold dead hands because that's how much people in Indiana love those roundabouts now. And it's completely valid too because it's so life-changing when you realize you don't need to sit at stoplights for 3 to 5 minutes at every intersection anymore. Like I still miss Indiana so much for that. Every time I revisit, I'm like, oh my God, I can go like 30 miles in less than 30 minutes. Then I come back to Atlanta and I'm lucky if I get 6 miles down the road after 45 minutes. Like it's torture here. It's like rolling a dice. Sometimes I get 6 miles in like 15 minutes. It's the worst kind of gambling, bro. Roundabouts are the most freedom-inducing innovation for traffic. You don't have to wait at a traffic light over and over. And like I said, it's just great for everything, for saving gas, testing cornering capability. It's very fun, great for bikes, cars, even great for pedestrians, and it costs way.
Proven statistic studies by Insurance Institute for Highway Safety and the Federal Highway Administration have shown that roundabouts typically achieve 90% reduction in fatal crashes, 75% reduction in injury crashes, 37% reduction in overall collisions, enhanced pedestrian safety. Crosswalks are set further back from the circular roadway, providing a safer place for pedestrians to cross one direction of traffic at a time, with drivers moving at slower speeds.
Way less for the city to maintain. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win. The only downside is their size, and I'll acknowledge that. They shouldn't be put in congested, historical downtown areas like New York, for example. They're not just going to start demolishing nearby skyscrapers to stretch out an intersection to fit a roundabout. But for suburbs, I don't think they have an excuse not to start implementing these. I don't care if drivers don't know how to use them. Teach them, because suburbs, with all this suburban sprawl and car-centric design in America, I'm tired of seeing...
I find that such a stupid excuse. They don't know how to use it. Well, just put it there and teach them how to use it.
At another intersection. Like, this is a really bad habit in Atlanta, especially where they keep adding intersections and you only see like one dude come out of the neighborhood sometimes. 50 of us will be stopping at a red light for like 2 whole minutes for one dude to leave their neighborhood. That could have been a roundabout. This brings me to my next issue. No matter how smart of a driver you are, bad driving and traffic are still an inevitability when bad infrastructure is present.
Our roads are some of the worst in the nation.
Atlanta is on this new traffic report not once but 4 times for areas like here on 285 for some of the worst bottlenecks in the country.
Sometimes bad driving is the result of horrible infrastructure. And dear God, do some cities, especially Atlanta, have some of the worst traffic infrastructure I've seen. I deadass think our traffic engineers must be professional paint huffers or something.
Mugshots of paint huffers.
I'm not hearing them out, by the way. No other city in America is this bad at city planning. Like, I get Atlanta is built in the foothills of a mountain, but so is Beijing, China, and Delhi, India. And those places have way higher population density than we do. So if they figured it out, why can't Atlanta? Like, I've lived in Texas, Oklahoma, Indiana, and I've traveled through all 48 continental states since my siblings lived in Arizona, New York, California, and so on. I've gone overseas to Japan, to the United Kingdom to visit family, but never in my life have I encountered some of the dumbest infrastructure decisions as I have here in this city.
Just a few hundred feet that way is another neighborhood. It would be an easy walk, but there are no sidewalks to get there, no roads to even drive there.
By drone, it's a 30-second flight. By car?
Let me show you what it takes to get there.
So what you're going to need to do is flip the U-turn and then meander about a mile out back to the main road where you're going to want to hang a left, and then speed past through houses all the way down to Arnold Mill Road where you're going to want to take another left as you zoom along at 45 miles an hour, and all the while gobbling up an entire medium-sized bag of Skittles.
30 seconds, my drone!
Turn and wander through miles of another forest
30
houses.
seconds!
8.4 miles.
The shortest possible legal route between the two neighborhoods that are actually only 1/3 of a mile
That
apart.
is great. That is so bad, man. What is this design?
So vindicated by this video that explained how bad Atlanta's driving infrastructure is and how nonsensical a lot of the roads and like just design is here. In ATL, 2 neighborhoods can literally be butt to butt, like facing back to back, and it could literally just be like a 2-minute walk from each other. But instead of just finishing a road that connects them, right? Like, oh, just have these neighborhoods connect. They instead do this annoying long roundabout way that takes you 15 to 30 minutes across town just to reach a destination that was effectively in your backyard. And one of the intrusive thoughts I have on motorcycles and e-bikes is I just ride over the grass. Like, it's socially unacceptable to do that in a car. You can do it, but you might get ticketed. But when people see like a Honda Super Cub, yeah, those can ride on grass. Who cares? And like, straight up, that's one of the reasons I like ride more than drive now, because the city actually drives me insane. Like, no other city I've lived in has this insane obsession with constantly subdividing a single...
Excuse me, I just had an English lesson, so iffy. I didn't know it worked like that. So if he's on this thing, you say right, but if you're in a car, you drive. I thought it's all riding.
Like no other city I've lived in has this insane obsession with constantly subdividing a single store. It gets its whole parking lot, and then you cannot drive through its parking lot to the store next to it. You have to rejoin the main road.
That is so stupid.
CVS.
Yes, you could walk between them, but no sidewalks. I will walk, but will other Americans? Most people here lazy. You know that.
some cafe, even though they're literally next to each other, but they didn't connect each other's parking lots. And it's usually just due to selfish zoning laws where they're like, nah, I don't want to have to spend extra money to build a little connection point with you. Like, fuck you. What are my tax dollars being used for then?
You end up with more traffic. So if you try to avoid the traffic on foot, that's a problem because most neighborhoods never built any sidewalks, even in front of the elementary school. So even if a kid did want to walk there, which means at 8:30 in the morning, they join 18,000 other parents, moms and dads, all dropping their kids off here and jamming up this intersection. Fewer people walking and less ability to pay for sidewalks if you wanted to. Or heck, even just widen the street, make it nicer for cars to go down. There aren't enough taxpayers on this road to pay for those improvements.
I'm not even mad at Atlanta drivers here. It's not the citizens of Atlanta's fault. It's the paint-huffing traffic engineers who did all of this to us.
Freaking paint huffers.
That's it for this video. Like this video if you hate bad drivers. Share it to anyone who does suck at driving. Check out my shorts for automotive content and subscribe for more situations updates. Check out my bad car owners video if you haven't, and I'll see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.
Hi! If you liked the video, please make sure that you like it and subscribe to my channel and turn on notification bell if you want to see more of it. I also go live on Twitch and on this YouTube channel, so come join us sometimes. Bye!